On today's episode of Anime Afterthought, a certain scientific Railgun Season 3 Episode 19, Strange Coincidence. Today's title will be The Big Adventures of Little Frenda. I gotta say, it's weird. It's weird watching today's episode knowing that two characters are technically dead. It really is a mindfuck, like, especially dealing with how gruesome Frenda's fate really was at the hand of Mujino. Like, it's weird. It's weird to see them trying to, develop her personality and character, and it's actually working. Like, I like Frenda, like this little bit we get about her, but it's so goddamn weird. Like this girl is dead. Okay, now last we left off, it was all about them tits. Yes, the Itty Bitty Titty Committee featuring Kinohara as well as Mizuka went on the legendary quest to find Bust Upper, an Indian poker card that held a mysterious scientist technique for increasing one's breast size. Not only were we gifted a montage of amazing dreams featuring these two little beauties, we also got another look at the dark side of Academy City. And this is where we pick up today's episode. Now it seems that Judgment really does have their hands full at this point. Kuroko has been on high alert ever since the introduction of Miyama and his precognition Esper ability, and in turn, so has Ueharu. Now this has unfortunately left Saten all by her lonesome, at least for now. Now once again, she is shopping and has fallen victim to the rumor mill. Seeing the last two cans of mackerel, she decides to buy them because they increase one's beauty. God, I feel so bad for you. You just know she's staying up late at night getting tricked by all those fucking infomercials. But alas, this purchase is actually very fortuitous as she makes a new acquaintance. Yes, Frenda, wanting a taste of her homeland to quote unquote ease her homesick heart, tries desperately to get her hands on the last two cans of mackerel. Unfortunately, Saten's not putting up with it. Brushing off full frontal attacks, lies, as well as playing on her sympathy, yeah, she eventually gives in. But of course, Frenda, being the little pyro, decides to explode her can of mackerel, leaving only one, yet Saten, being the good girl that we know and love, decides to invite her over for some dinner, and thus their friendship begins, as we see. With Ueharu being so busy with Judgment, Frenda really is filling the gap, and it looks like Saten's slowly trusting her as we see her tell her about the Indian poker, and Frenda's trusting her too as we see she starts to dish the gossip on her boss, aka Mujino. The two are slowly becoming friends. But of course, this is Tuaru, and nothing lasts forever as we see a simple chat app talking about chopsticks and Indian poker has led to some pretty devastating consequences, including a kidnap and a, let's just call it what it is. It's a full-on bombing attempt. Well, first and foremost, I fucking called it. I knew something up with this Indian poker since day fucking one. I mean, we saw it has deadly consequences when used in the improper hands, and there is actually more to meets the eyes. The rumor has it, at least according to Pink Dress Girl, which I'm pretty sure, does she even have a fucking name yet? I don't know. Pink Dress Girl says that scientists are taking this opportunity to utilize Indian poker to safeguard / pass on their, mental techniques. I mean, it's a way of transferring one's experience and skills using the subconscious. So it's kind of like a memory card backing up their techniques, as we saw with, Bust Upper. This mysterious scientist has this amazing technique to create one bust size, and it's actually fucking real. So it looks like the upper echelon, the scientists, are using it to basically back up their own techniques, or quite possibly, pass them on. I mean, eventually these cards are going to get out of safekeeping, or at least, one would assume. How the fuck did Bust Upper get out there? Anyways, it looks like school, Dark Matters, the dark side of Academy City, the underground faction. It looks like they're taking this opportunity to try to locate tweezers, as we see them in, I believe it was Index 3, finally getting their hands on this, nanoparticle tweezer type shit. I don't know. Eventually, he, Kakaine tries to use them to take on Accelerator, which does not go good for him at fucking all. But yeah, it looks like this is where they're getting their bunch of information to make their plans to try to find it. Yobo Banka, another ghost from the past, or the future in this case, is hacking servers and trying to garner information about a conversation between, tweezers and Indian poker. And it just so happens that the latest Indian poker card that Saten pulled up was a guy with amazing chopstick skills that can pick up anything no matter, the size. So this automatically puts, Saten on school's radar, which is very fucking bad, or at least for the underlings, because they fucked with a friend of Frenda. So eventually the guys ambush Saten, knock her out with some kind of, spray. Of course, Frenda is there, quick to act, backed up by Hamazura, taking the chauffeur approach, and she is just unleashing, one of these missiles that she actually offered to give Saten at the very beginning, that she just thought it was a fucking party popper. No, it completely destroys the size of a building, and she just saw fucking I-beams and rubble come down. Like, my god, you were gonna give that to a fucking level 0 good girl like Saten? She could've blew her fucking head off. All the meanwhile, Banka is doing his shit. He got his way into this scientific research place, going full camo, full, you know, chameleon, invisible, finds this safeguarded Indian poker car, which I believe he assumes, you know, has the information about tweezers. Back to Saten and Frenda. I mean, the battle is, you know, over before it began. This fucking wild girl who loves explosions is, you know, like I said, someone you don't want to meet with in a fucking back alley. Like, she's fucking crazy as shit. But lo and behold, you know what, you become her friend. It looks like she's willing to do some pretty nasty shit as we see her, you know, rescue Saten, and all's well that ends well, at least it seems. No, having issues, school takes this opportunity to call in a cleaner, or in this case, their sniper that we know in Index Season 3 is actually dead. So honestly, Ghosts from the Future is the best way to put this. We've seen so many dead characters because this is technically chronologically before any of that shit happened. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. But yes, they call in Yumiya Rako, and believe it or not, this is actually the owner of one of the dreams we saw Mizuka partake in. You know, the one that wanted to become an idol? The one she quoted as having a very form-fitting and, you know, nice uniform. Yep, she's called in and is quickly on the scene, is able to pick up Frenda's track. You can tell she has some experience hunting. She is able to discern, you know, how many people there were, you know, the height and weight based on their footprints and shit, which way they were heading, and she's easily able to catch up with them. And we see her use her Esper ability, which is like, I'm assuming it's some kind of invisible sniper type shit, or like, I don't know. All you know is she pulls back with one looks like on an invisible bowstring, but then you hear a gunshot and Frenda's down. Frenda's hurt. Frenda is, my God, Frenda's bleeding. And this is where we end today's episode. You know, Jesus Christ. This episode was weird. Like I said, we know that these characters are dead, yet here they are living. It's so surreal. Like, fuck me. And I actually started to really enjoy Frenda. First of all, didn't know she was that mackerel head crazy. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, a taste of your homeland, but Jesus Christ, you're willing to bite her fucking head off at the beginning? Give her bombs and all your cute little explosive dolls? Yeah, we found out later episode all those dolls were goddamn explosions. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. But I really did like that they started creating a connection between these two characters, yet she's fucking dead. And that is very weird. Like, Saten, believe it or not, is connected to a lot of these outlier characters that, you know, have bigger roles in the series. Like, my God. Oh God, it just makes me wonder, does Saten in the main series know that Frenda's dead? Oh fuck. Like, she's just scrolling through that, you know, that chat app and like, oh, my buddy Frenda isn't on. I wonder if she's eating mackerels somewhere. Like, yeah, she's fucking eating mackerels in heaven. Oh, or the other place. Yeah, more likely the other place, but still, it's fucking weird. We also know in season 3, thanks to Dark Matter, that their first quote unquote sniper, Yumiya, is dead. We don't know how she's died, but it's, you know, referenced it. I believe it was, did he say it, or was on a, I think it was on a cell phone or something. He had to like read the actual message. But then we also know that Banka's fucking dead. We do know that fucking, what is it, Yubo Banka? The fucker with the flying saucer with a bunch of wires coming out of his fucking head? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mujino dispatches his ass, so it's weird. It's weird. Ghosts of the future, honestly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next week's episode a lot. I mean, we see that shit's gonna go down between these two groups before they even go down the fucking main series. Like, I'm excited. Frenda, Yumiya, looks like it's gonna be a pretty good fight. Plus, we still have to discover what the fuck's up with Indian poker. I mean, is this the information that eventually led, you know, school to get the tweezers? Like, it's very interesting. It's very interesting that you see this pattern all weaving together and shit. Like, I like it. I like it a lot. So with all that being said and more Railgun next week, I honestly cannot wait for future episodes.